One of the guidelines I have to follow in life is to always be busy. If I am anywhere near dormant, all of the dark no-no stuff comes in and I have to mentally collect myself again. But sometimes, even when I am working, my brain will always notice the little specks of the past that harken to simple, yet regrettable times, with certain feelings, events, people. I find myself at a standstill with how to process very key branches of my past.
Doesn't that sound great? Doing the very thing you love and at the same time having supportive fans who appreciate your hard work? But until you realize that you're not just some creator.
This is Sillyrally, someone I briefly knew, but also someone I was once fond of. I mean, he had a somewhat sizable audience for himself, but in the cartoon community/small discussion community circle, I have memories of people enamored by his confidence, humor, and editing, especially enough to take inspiration from him. He also built a lot of connections and even got a few of them to collaborate in an actual group channel, so it was not anything to scoff at in the circles. Until...
On January the 27th, Sillyrally would put out another statement via Twitlonger, responding to everything. And it was a load of shit.
Like, so you want to lead people on?
Because I'm saying I love you, does that fucking mean I'm asking for a relationship?
Basically, you literally told her you were gonna ask her out after this. Let me get this one more point out there, and I hope this makes you think about what the hell you did. You told her you were gonna date her when she turned 16. But you lied.
He says that he fell in love with Julie not because she was a minor, but because she was her. What a brave argument you make here, Christopher. I guess all the evidence is invalid now.
Eventually, he would leave his community and the internet for the foreseeable future. Now, is this a case of cancel culture, Joker, you wouldn't get this till you're older type of mentality? No. I will literally send every video, every link, and every response correlating to Raleigh lying about how he felt and gaslighting the people around him to save face. Me personally, I think if you're almost an adult and you're sending explicit images to someone who could barely be in high school yet, I don't know, man. That's some weird shit. No way of getting around that. But if it is that weird and depressing, why would you be thinking about that now, Unlisted? Great question.
It's crazy because it be the same people who have low-functioning TikTok Gen Alpha brain that find music with art and meaning to be trash.
I wouldn't expect to gain this kind of forethought doing the dishes and listening to whichever video was in my Watch Later playlist. One of those videos was about a certain piece of rap discourse made by a redacted YouTube user. I didn't think much of it at the time and just played it for the back of my head. But the more I listened, the more my brain had to slowly put the key into the lock and start to notice something I never would have expected. The first notch came to me knowing that in just half a week, he knew the right thumbnail and title to get over 5K views on a new video from a new channel. I mean, good for them, they probably studied the algorithm. Nothing abnormal about that. The second notch, hearing the tone and how they spoke.
I know what you're thinking. Oh, so you an old head, huh? You think hip-hop is dead?
I mean, it could just be a coincidence, I don't want to assume. Then the third notch, personalizing the video beyond the script.
I understand why Kai is so off about this, because it's literally Joe Budden. All that nigga does is scream at clouds all day.
The final notch, watching the video and saw not just the editing style, but this. Now, taking aside the fact that Sona looks like the president of the NF fan club, I am not going to pad out the obvious connections. I am not going to traditionally stand on the soapbox and simply tell everyone to please be aware, or for Raleigh to go offline forever. We all know what happened now. We all know what's up. So let me just first say, get this out the way. If you are someone that is supporting or positively communicating with Raleigh, knowing what he did, whether present or planned for the future, I hope you know whether Christ, Allah, Muhammad, or the system of luck and karma, a power beyond your control will keep your choice in mind and will give you what you deserve for shitty action as knowingly contacting a terrible person like Sillyrally. So if you watching are maliciously hiding something about this, you are the problem, and always will be. And now, Chris, soul to soul, 1-to-1, I hear what you show. You tried to hide away from the community to an incredibly unsuccessful degree, but it still showed you were busy. Your attempts at downplaying this damning evidence made your degeneracy and appalling behavior the worst you could have ever made them. So then you were silent, containing all the feelings you had into your current being, holding the past to your heart. And I get it. It was fun having those fun feelings, playing those games, and seeing all the people that once admired your work. That's why you was stupid enough to come back with a similar persona and didn't change a thing about your commentary, personality, or editing. But is that really what you want? Do you need the audience that bad? Lying to them about starting out just to naturally grow something you already had? I get how your persona and channel environment were made. That restraint wants to come off. You are asking to speak up. You are asking to gain a mob to help you create some kind of defense against the world from pushing you back. Because if it was just about putting out content, why this blatant? I could wish you the best, but you don't want the best. You knew you wanted an opportunity to clear yourself and do what you want. So now, you have the privilege. I know you're waiting to blow up and not let the past chain you down, but this is not progress. This is an embarrassment. You are an embarrassment. And you are not fooling me or anyone against you. So go ahead. Take the mask off. Take off the gold. Take off my fucking style of name.
I don't care.
Shoot your shot, motherfucker.